Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Starflames. And if you're new here, be sure to go ahead, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and join the family. While you're at it, give your girl some sugar like she's your neighbor, okay? Okay. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about the messy media. And it's talking about Bianca Censori being demoted. Censori act as Kanye's personal assistant, despite being a brilliant architect and designer. Hey, that's something. Y'all were trashing this girl, saying that she looks as though she's unhappy and she's this and she's that. And when she popped off in England, London, honey, y'all weren't ready for that, were you? Because you saw her being vocal to her husband, telling her husband, no, I'm not going to do that. Y'all thought she was a slave. Y'all made up these crazy ass narratives. And now y'all want to acknowledge that she's educated. Oh my God. I thought that those were the first thing a journalist would put out, highlight, and emphasize on. But here you are, wanting to be the author and architect of this woman's life when she already knew all along that she is the author and architect of her life and not the media nor the people behind it. Let's talk about it, because all of a sudden everyone wants to give Bianca, let's say Best Body Bianca, shall we? A pity party, and she's not asking for one. This is what I don't like, with the media, because there's no decency coming in. Like, I would understand if it was a decent article, but it's not. Let's keep it real and call a spade and a shovel a shovel. And they're going after what the trolls are saying on social media, saying that, despite Bianca being so educated, being an artist, a designer, and an architect, so y'all are just realizing that she's an artist, she's a designer. Oh my God, just imagine all of that. And you all were there blaming Ye for her dress code, saying Kanye is stripping her down. Kanye is doing this. She looks trapped. She needs to be rescued. And today, you'll think that she's a brilliant woman. Really brilliant. She went to school to be a designer and an architect, but she ended up being more of a personal assistant for a lot of Ye's affair. That's what the media is saying, right? No. You know that they go with these reports based on a lot of the troll comments. And I'm saying, do you know how many people out there went to school for ish and is being a cleanup crew for a company? I've seen so many TikTok videos of people crying at this point. People being a doctor, in Europe. But when they go to Canada, they are working in factories doing dirty jobs because they were thought that Canada and America offered a better life. Do you see? The thing is that we should always allow wisdom to take precedence over bullshit. And if you don't allow wisdom to take precedence over bullshit, you're going to be caught in a cycle, and it's going to take you a very long time before you actually learn anything from life. Now, wisdom is this. It doesn't matter the job that you're doing. It really doesn't matter. If you're a janitor, if you are a seamstress, if you are an accountant, if you're a doctor, the most important thing is that you are happy in whatever position you hold, and you are able to take care of yourselves and your families. Do you know how many people are in top position and they're not able to buy a house? They cannot buy, a car. They can take out car notes. They can pay rent, but that's it. While we have so many people who are being a cleanup guy who drives a lovely car, owns their own home, and is able to live their best life. It's all a matter of what is working for an individual and not what you would like to see out of your eyes for that individual. And this is where mental health comes into play because so many people have been cultured into you need to be in an office, you need to be wearing that black and white suit, you need to have a pen in your pocket, you need to look busy, you need to look, professional, and you need to be in corporate. When, listen, when I was working in the corporate world, I could not eat. I could not pay my like it was struggling. And the moment I cut that shit out was when life changed. Stop being brainwashed by people. Bianca is living her life on her terms, and not because she's there, with ye. It doesn't mean that we know what is going on because our common senses should tell us that you can stay anywhere in the world and be an architect. We're in a time of resource and technology. Bianca doesn't have to be physically present to do her job, you know? Because if someone wants to hire Bianca, they can book an appointment through Zoom and various other platforms, talk about their plans. And remember, she's the head of Yeezy LLC, which is Yeezy Architect Company. The entire Yeezy team is traveling with Ye at this point. It's not just Bianca, but the thing is that because Bianca is Ye's woman, we will often see Bianca and Ye together because every country they go to, they still work. But I mean, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, Jill a dull girl. When Ye wants to take his wife out on a date, he's not going to take his crew. But there are times when the crew comes together to have dinner, party, and have a good time, and they keep those moments private. And this is how people brainwash people into believing that Ye is not, a good guy. Ye doesn't spend time with his kids because Ye does not video and share everything that he does. It's just that whenever he's taking Bianca out, the paparazzis are always there. So we get to see like 5 minutes out of the 24 hours. And this guy and this woman is consistently being put under a microscope because a paparazzi was able to freeze a few seconds out of that 5 minutes. And we are sitting here like we know everything and judging their life because a paparazzi was able to freeze a few seconds out of 5 minutes. We automatically think we know everything when our common sense should tell us that she's a lot more than, his personal assistant. And even if she was his personal assistant, that is the life that she chose for herself. There's so many wives out there who are their husband's maid and they cannot even run to Starbucks to buy themselves a coffee, or else the husband will be off with their heads, off with their heads, because not only are they their husband's maid, they're also their husband's slaves. And then they make these TikTok videos and saying, I see these girls living their best life, and thanks to TikTok for making me realize that I've been a slave in my marriage and this is not what I want. There's so many wives out there who wish they would know what their husband business is about. So many women who wish they would see a document from their husband business, much less to be their husband personal assistant. Most husbands keep their wives out of their business because they don't appreciate them, they don't respect them, and they have too many shady things going on in order to allow the wife to even get a glimpse of what is going on. And we're not talking about trade secret, keeping their clients' information private. They just don't value their wives. So if Ye and Bianca chooses to live their life on this term, it's not the public's business to assume what they think is going on. But when it comes to Ye, let's keep it real. People are going to talk, they're going to run with a lot of unpleasantries because we know that Ye had offended a group of people. They're still trying to take him down. Not all of them, because I have to say, and I have to keep it real, there are Jewish people that I know, that I interact with, that are just some of the sweetest, most kindest, most forgiving individual at the end of the day. And make no mistakes, I'm not saying that the Jewish community should not protect what is important or sacred to them. At the same time, I'm not saying it's okay to keep attacking Ye. What he did to offend you guys, is something that many people do not support. He made a mistake. We all made mistakes. And it's time for y'all to leave this man alone. Allow him to live his life because he's not bothering you and you should not be bothering him. You asked him to leave, you canceled him, you took billions from him. Like, isn't that enough? Are you seriously serious about wanting him dead? Because that's what you're given. You want him to die a slow and painful death. And it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Not on God's watch. His time, his steps, they are ordained by God, not by man. I mean, we always fool ourselves and think that because we may do a little thing here and there, we're in control. But at the end of the day, there's only one force that is in control. Many of us refer to that force as different names, but at the end of the day, it is all the same force. And that's the source where we all came from. And that's all I have to say about that. See you all next time. Peace.